Hey guys, Mixans here. Welcome back to this tiny corner of YouTube. So yesterday the new edition for Reveal Q was shown publicly in Japan. And man, Twitter and Reddit went wild. All day long, Evangelion theories left their imaginations run wild. The material shown is not really for marketing, that is not its main purpose. They might be using it as viral among hardcore Evangelion fans at the moment just to mess up with our nerd brains. Which means that it's not an official trailer. It's actually part of the whole new edition for Reveal Q. So it might be hard for you to find it on YouTube as Khara at time of recording hasn't posted on their official channel. And many channels that were showing it on high definition yesterday took the video down. You might be lucky to find it on YouTube though, if you look hard enough. But if you haven't seen it yet, I pinned it on its entirety on my Twitter account. You will see it at the very top of the thread. Also, you can find the link down in the description section of this video that will take you right there. After watching the new content yesterday, I decided not to make a breakdown of it, just as the most recent TV spot, as there are not major things that has been revealed. Not really, at least not anything that we haven't seen yet. Other than some new Shinji takes that are actually reused animations from Reveal 2, but with different context. And as I said yesterday on my Twitter account, this is something that Anno used to do a lot back in the day, with the Neon Genesis Evangelion TV show. Most noticeably when Evangelion Unit 0 went Berserk with Rei, and Unit 0 upgraded went Berserk with Shinji. Same animation, different context. Also different episodes. In the preview, he also uses it with Asuka in the white block suit, as is pretty similar to the take of Asuka from Reveal Q. So to wrap up the Shinji scenes, he seems to be confronting his father once again as I predicted in my December trailer breakdown. This is something that is going to happen with different contexts in the film. The rest of the preview is basically the battle at Goth. Now for the last two trailers, the most recent TV spot, and now this new material, it seems to me that the Goth sequence is being overused. We have seen it again, and again. Why they are showing us this so much? It's going to be less impactful when we actually see the film. So it has led me to believe that although obviously it's an important part of the film, it's going to happen early, at around mid-film at most, and will trigger a sequence of events. Think of it as the first part of the end of Evangelion. The invasion at Nerf headquarters triggered the third impact, and the second part of the movie is the whole instrumentality sequence. I predict that the Goth battle is going to be used like that. That is why they are showing it so much. Other than that, well, the white infinities at the end remind us of the mass-produced EVAs from End of Evangelion. And the reason they are white rather than red or purple is unknown. Probably a major energy blow was released and turned them white, who knows. But they are failures. And as I said once and again, according to the lore and scripts from previous movies, the failures of infinities are under the category of Evangelion units. The reason why they look as Evangelion Unit 1 may indicate the unit of Lilith with the unit. I already covered this on previous videos, so there is no major reveal here. Nothing relevant to add regarding the preview. Don't get me wrong, I am happy that they released it, but left me kind of a sweet and sour taste. Because by the end, there was no major reveal. Good, because we are not seeing anything more from the movie, but my EVA fan itch was not satisfied. Also worth noting that there was not a new release date announcement. I personally was not expecting it, but many did. Alright, that is my quick take on it. And I'm going to go into theory/possible spoilers territory moving forward, so bear that in mind. As yesterday progressed, some of my viewers wrote me on Twitter asking me for my thoughts, and also sharing theirs. So it seems that most of them agree that the time travel theory and the alternative reality theory are the ones that are gaining more attraction on how the events are going to develop. I lightly cover both theories on my time skip and again on my loop theory videos, which I posted about a month ago. and you will find their links in the description section down below, also in the notations on the upper right corner of your screen. Basically, the time travel theory says that Goff is going to trigger an event that will take Reveal 3+1 Shinji aboard EVA Unit 1 to some time between Reveal's second movie and Reveal's third movie, where we will see how the events on the Dogma with Lily and Mark 6 happen, as Kaoru did said that Shinji was responsible for the third impact, not only the near third impact that we saw at the end of Reveal 2. The presence of Evangelion Unit 1 is hugely important for this event as Lilith takes Rei form. So that means that she needs Rei's soul to do it. Even if we have other Reis, there is only one soul, and is within Unit 1. Unless they do major changes to the lore and the story, in which any Rei on the Ayanami series can trigger the event. This is how it has to happen. According to the alternative reality version, Shinji will travel to an alternative reality, in which he did things differently, and the third impact never happened, which could explain how Tokyo 3 looks intact, and Shinji from the 3+1 continuity will prevent something. It is unclear what. Might be a new impact or instrumentality ritual in this alternative storyline. Also could be trying to find something that he needs to do something right and is not longer available in his reality. That will lead him to confront himself aboard Unit 13. So yes, according to this, there is not going to be one, but two Shinjis. This also could explain why Misato and others at Wily are wearing the blue armbands, as they may intend to travel as well and confront alternative versions of themselves. And thus the armband will make them easily to differentiate from each other. And on top of both of them theories, there is the loop theory, which says that at the very end Shinji will come back to the start of the story, an alternative one, in which there is not going to be Evas, or Nerve, or Angels, as Shinji did in fact says goodbye to all of Evangelion. Which one is the correct one? Well, hard to say. I kind of like them all, but who knows really. What is appearing to be clear is that 3+1 will be as divisive of a movie as Q was. So let's all take a deep breath, relax, and wait for the actual movie. Now this leads to the question on when we actually are going to be able to watch the movie. Well, the health emergency plan in Tokyo and other cities in Japan is set to end by the end of the first week of February. So we'll have to wait and see if they extend it or not. If not, probably by the end of February or early March we will get a new official release date. Bear in mind that the other movie, and by other I mean Shin Ultraman, in which Khara and Toho are working together, is set to be released by summer. That has not changed, and it's highly unlikely that Khara will set the release date on the same timeframe that Shin Ultraman. But is it impossible? Well, I wouldn't say impossible, but rather unlikely. So that means that Khara is likely to set the release date of the film either for as early as spring or as late as fall. I do believe, however, that if the public health conditions are satisfied, we will get to see the film this year. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Push the like button if you did. Remember to subscribe as I am working on new content. If you want to reach to me directly, you can yell at me on Twitter. Let me know your thoughts and the theories that you might come up with or read somewhere else. They are always fun to read. And of course, as always, I wish you all a wonderful day.